Hey, it's Hank and Mabel in the morning. Savage Henry Lee, the cyberpunk hillbilly, doing stuff in the park. It is really cold and really dark out here. There's still frost on the ground, and I still have my Jake the dog hood up on my house coat because it is friggin' chilly out this morning. Little Mabel Louise is looking for places to be bad. Yeah, what a little sweetie heart. What a little sweetie heart indeed. So I was watching some Seth Meyers this morning. I like Seth Meyers. I think he's a funny guy. I think he's a charming, funny guy. But the downside with him, it's kind of like that thing I said about Twitter the other day, is that through him, I have to wind up watching a bunch of fucking Fox News and shit that I would never, ever want to watch in my real life, real personness, you know? This morning, I was watching the clip from last night, and man, so I gotta ask, like, is woke at this point just a term that bigots use to complain about not getting to be bigoted? I feel like at one point, woke was a slang term, and it was like, hey man, you gotta wake up and see the world around you, and if somebody is awake and sees the world around them, then we call them woke. They're woke, they're aware of other people. And now, woke just seems to be a stand-in for, I don't like certain types of people, and I like to say slurs about Mexicans, blacks, Irish, gays. I like to say slurs, and if you don't let me say slurs, then you're fucking woke. You're fucking woke, and I don't go for that, man. I just like calling it as it is. I like to call fucking Mexicans these slurs, and I like to call black people these slurs, and gay people, oh, there's a bunch of slurs I like to call them, and I don't get to say it anymore. Fucking wokeocracy. Wokeocracy is taking away jobs. They're giving jobs to gay people and Mexican people and black people and good people. Good Christian white people aren't getting jobs. Like, what the fuck, man? 2023. Like, when my parents did this shit, I could cut them some slack because they were my parents. People my parents' age are kind of stupid and don't understand social media super well. But Jesus, these are people like my age, younger than me, people who should fucking know better, people who grew up with the internet, people who were born after 1980. It's just such a weird little facade, I guess. I guess it's the facade that really troubles me. Near as I can tell, anybody who fucking complains about wokeness doesn't give a fuck about wokeness. They just have bad economic policies, and they're trying to distract from that. They're trying to distract from the fact that they have unpopular political views by... Mabel's getting away. Oh, Mabel's getting away. They're trying to distract from having unpopular political views by complaining that they are, I'm not a minority because I'm unpopular. I'm a minority because I'm repressed by other people. It's so fucking funny to see right-wingers complain about being oppressed. Like, you guys just stand for institutions. You guys just stand for corporate monopolies, and you're like, we're really the little guys. We're really a punk rock movement. It's the wokeocracy that's holding us down. Fucking ridiculous. Sure, it's ridiculous. Sure, it's all a fucking game. Sure, it's all a fucking lie. What confuses and confounds me is how many people buy into it. How many people fucking keep this thing going, like, on the left and the right. Like, who gives a fuck about this stuff when it's so obviously fake? It's so obviously phony. It's so obviously people who don't give a fuck about anything they're saying and are just trying to get attention. I think sometimes some of this stuff really bugs me because, like, I know there's a lot of these people who see me as just the enemy. Like, I'm a dude with blue hair, it's a mohawk, so, like, I'm obviously a fucking woke demon who is just trying to bring the downfall of fucking American society with my blue hair. Oh, these guys, they fucking hate the Skittle hair crowd. That's what they call them, man. I think part of what really gets me about this whole thing is just the way all these people on the right are like, hey, I'm not prejudiced, I'm not a bigot, I just happen to speak for free speech. And it just happens that my free speech is saying slurs, saying people I hate, people who deserve to be dehumanized. Mabel, what are you doing down there? I don't know, man. Near as I can tell, the only people really upset about wokeness are the same people complain that they can't get their Klan robes white enough these days. Call me crazy, man. I don't know if it's a conspiracy. It just seems to work out that way. All these people who are so concerned about free speech only seem to be concerned about free speech when they're not allowed to call people they hate slurs they like to say. They never seem to care about free speech when it's books being banned or anything else, because it's not about free speech. It's about fucking just imposing your will and what you think is right on other people, even if what you're saying comes from a place of hatred and ignorance, especially if it comes from a place of hatred and ignorance. Anyway, kind of some heavy thoughts for the morning, but I was watching a little bit of Seth Meyers, like I said, and some of that idiotic bullshit was just on my mind this morning, so I thought I'd speak some words on it. Speak my truth before I get canceled, because I'm too woke. Jesus fucking Christ, what a fucking bunch of nonsense. And I should know something about nonsense, because I'm Hank, the cyberpunk hillbilly, otherwise known as Savage Henry Lee. I go out for walks in the morning with Mabel Louise Vin Diesel. She's the cutest dog in town, and I'm the guy who walks her. That's who we are. Who the hell are you? Probably somebody cool. Mabel Louise. Look at her go. Look at that little criminal. Oh, no, she's leaving me. Look at this crazy girl. Look at this crazy girl. Oh, I'm never gonna catch her. What? What'd you say?